incredible is this? I'm so grateful for Jose and all of his friends for inviting Porter and I. Driving in lava fields was definitely not on my life bingo card, but how incredible is this? This is only the first half of the drive. Now let's get into the second half of the drive. You can see how bumpy this lava rock is. Here we are pulling into camp, and Porter is so excited to be back in nature and on grass. This camp is actually very amazing. It is on Overlander, but not as a camp. It's actually as like a tourist spot. Anyways, once you enter, you can go left or right. There are 2 ponds, a swing up top. There are plenty of spots with shade, small palapas, and cooking stations. If you plan to camp just maybe 1 or 2 nights, it's going to be 40 Q per night. I originally planned to stay 5 nights, so I paid 25 Q. I did not end up staying 5 nights, but I will talk about that later on. The man who tends to the land is very friendly. He will bring you wood or fresh made tortillas from town. Very good price. There's so many walking paths on grass or lava and around the pond. So I apologize in advance. I don't have actually very many videos of us camping. I was just enjoying the time socializing because this was my last time camping with all of my local Guatemalan friends, and I just wanted to be present. These are the types of experiences that I just cannot believe sometimes. Here we are relaxing, enjoying, sitting on dried lava at Volcano Pacaya, which last erupted just 3 years ago in 2021. How incredible is this world? When we left, Prince Porter, had to be carried down. He struggled the entire way up, but Jose carried him down. After a wonderful weekend of camping with the coolest people in Guatemala, I feel full of love, energy, and just so grateful to have these experiences. It was the perfect way to end our time in Guatemala. After everybody packed up and headed home, Porter and I started our 5 nights of solo camping here at the volcano, and there are some stories coming.
Oh my god. The funniest thing just happened while we were taking some videos of these horses.
This is about to get X-rated and weird. I woke up early, per usual, and saw these 2 beautiful white horses grazing right outside the camper. So, as one does, I grabbed my camera and I started recording all of these little beautiful moments. And then that happened. Porter and I were just sitting here relaxing, having our morning coffee, and then all of these beautiful cows start making their way closer and closer and closer and very close.
Come here, Porter. Come here, bud. Come here.
So adorable. Normally in these situations, I let Porter just go on his own and feel it out. However, when we lived in Baja, he was kicked by a cow. He doesn't understand the boundaries of the back legs, so I wanted him to come closer, and he laid on my lap until the cows left. After a busy afternoon watching all of the horses, cows, and birds, I made some delicious tacos, and Porter, being the handy helper he is, made sure I left no single crumb of food on the ground. After that, we took a nice nap inside of the camper, and when I woke up is where things kind of get a little weird. There was a man sitting up on the rock staring at the camper. That's not the super weird part. The super weird part is that he stayed there for hours staring at the camper. He left at sunset with all of his friends, so he could have been just local fishing. I didn't think much of it. I went to bed and I was woken up by this sound. Here is where it gets uncomfortable. This is the rock, and this is the rock in relation to my truck. There is another rock on the other side, so you have a visual. I woke up in the morning, and the man was back on the rock staring at the camper for hours. I moved to the other side of the truck. He moved to a different rock so he could continue staring at Porter and I. I waved at him. He waved back. So that confirmed he was not blind. I don't know this man. I don't know what community he is from, what his intentions are. He was a younger man, and if I have learned anything in life, traveling or not traveling, I have learned this. I do not want to be around young men who are capable of making poor decisions. So Porter and I decided to enjoy our breakfast. We waited until he left the entire property, and then I broke down the camper and we decided to move to a different campsite. Now I know what you're thinking. Weren't you scared? And the answer is no. I don't know this young man. This could be his normal everyday routine, and I just happened to be there. There wasn't any physical threat. Had I been camping night after night, maybe it could potentially turn into something that would make me be fearful. However, it was just uncomfortable, and I wasn't willing to stick around to see what could potentially happen. Also, if you're wondering what Porter did, he went and laid down next to the guy when he was laying on the grass. Anywho, let's go to the coolest camp. As soon as we got to this campsite, I filmed an entire YouTube video. It went something like this.
All right, guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do a tour of my home, my casa, mi casita, more like it's so tiny. Anyways, I will go over a little bit about the truck, the Bowen Customs camper bed replacement.
So I recorded that whole entire YouTube video and then deleted the entire thing because I realized I just wanted to be present for these days with Porter, camping on lava fields. How incredible. We just spent 3 days decompressing, looking at these plants growing out of what appears to be nothing. We took a lot of naps. I made a little repair in the camper because this bungee strap is getting quite old. We went for walks every day. This little old man from up the road came to visit us every day, made sure we were okay, had plenty of water. He offered several times for Porter and I to camp on his land. He was so sweet. He had a friend reach out to me who spoke English to explain everything. This is what the sky looked like every night. The clouds would lift up right before a beautiful sunset. While we were driving back to Antigua for our very last hostel stay, I had so much on my mind. Planning, preparing, provisions, cleaning, organized, paperwork, border crossings. Porter, on the other hand, no pun intended, had a very relaxing ride back to Antigua, and he was so excited to be back at the hostel. You're so happy. I was also excited to be at the hostel, but for pizza and to have about 15 pounds of laundry done. However, at night, I was very ready to escape back to the peacefulness of nature. I cannot thank Jose, Byron, family, and friends enough for including Porter and I and making us feel so welcome. This is actually where I met my crazy mate, Charlie. He took these photos of me while I was driving across the lava fields. Please give him a follow on Instagram. He's doing some really, really cool things. Thank you for watching. We'll check you on the next episode.